and he has been. Also, the player that he showed he was towards the end of last season after the bye week when he got healthier, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not like we haven't been addressing those things. It's just, again, it was almost a choose your own adventure type of book, and we just happened to land on a page 6. And what was available to us, Genty was the pick that made the most sense to them.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you can follow the logic, in the past drafts, we're just scratching our heads like, dude, what are these guys doing, At least you can follow the logic.
It was a safe pick from a perspective of like, this is Spytek's first ever draft. And how many blue chip players were there in this draft? A lot of people would say,
4.
Right. And one of those guys that kept coming up was Genty. So for him, one of the things he said, like the reason why he took a guy like Genty, there wasn't going to be a guarantee that our guy, there were other guys that they liked, but there wasn't a guarantee that they were going to get him. So a lot of people, for example, Travion Henderson was a favorite, that a lot of people like from Ohio State. Mm-hmm. He ended up going to New England. Who's to say New England doesn't trade up, or X, Y, and Z, X team trades up and goes ahead of the Raiders, which happened a lot because I know that the Raiders were interested in Jaden Higgins according to reports from like Ian Rappaport and things like that. Like,
and Will Johnson too. They liked him too.
Exactly. And they kept trading down. That's
what I said. In my mind, Jaden Higgins, okay, he's gone. We can trade down and still get Will Johnson. Will Johnson went like 2 picks ahead. All right, I screwed that up. Let's trade back again. And it worked out in our favor. We ended up getting those extra third round. I mean, third and a fourth, I think. But it ended up working out for us. But man, you're exactly right. It's the safe pick. Just so happens to be maybe a generational player. Who knows? He has the makings of. He has to hit the field, right? Yeah. Even Gino. This is what I love about freaking the whole Seattle guys, right? The Pete Carroll guys said the same thing. He looks good, but we haven't put the pads on yet. Gino Smith said it. Pete Carroll said it. Max said it too. It's like, these guys look good, but we haven't put the pads on yet. We'll see when we put the pads on.
Right.
And again, we got one of the best, if not the best, running back class most of us have ever seen, and you get the guy that's the best one out of all of them. Just so happens to be a position of need. I mean, all the pieces fell into place.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, before we head out, man, let's get a grade from you. Off season so far. I mean, the off season, like free agency, the draft, the coaching hires. Like if you put it all together, Spytek and what he's done so far, like just put it all together. If you had to give it a letter grade,
I give him a solid B. A solid B. I think that the cornerback does need to be addressed a little bit. I think that maybe not getting another guy on the offensive line may come back. Adam, there's a lot of young guys that are looking to really play a lot of key minutes and key snaps. So I don't know that you could have done much better in the backfield with what they did. With where they picked them, I don't think you could have done much better at wide receiver. They got a couple of guys that are in the mold of what they want to do. Defensively, I love Tonka Hemingway, man. I love that dude. When I started seeing him, I'm like, man, this guy can play. He reminds me a lot of Christian Wilkes, actually. A little bit shorter, but he plays the same.
Well, his D-line coach, I read somewhere where he compared him to Max Crosby.
Max Crosby. Maybe not Max Crosby.
He's trying to hype him up, But,
But he said Christian Wilkes. Esque. Yeah. Because Christian Wilkins is an inside guy that can pass rush, and that's Tonka Hemingway. He can do the same thing. And the thing I really love about Tonka Hemingway and JG Pegues is when they made plays, they were in the backfield. They're not chase down guys. That's not the guy. Like they're not going to get beat the line of scrimmage and chase a guy down from behind. That's not who they are. They're going to knife in. They're slashing type of defensive linemen. They're not stack and shed guys. They're not huge guys. They're not going to stack an offensive lineman and just throw them to the side. That's not what they do. Pick one gap, shoot that gap, make a play in the backfield. That's where both of these guys are, and they're good at it. So I really like those guys, man. I think that they're going to be guys that are going to play a lot of minutes, a lot of snaps for sure.
Man, I'm excited to see it, man. At this point, man, we're all waiting for training camp, but it's obviously it's every year it comes at 6 weeks. We're just gonna have to deal with it. There's not gonna be a lot to talk about from here on out. But that being said, like we can't wait for training camp. You heard it here from Juan Soto, man. He gave it a B. I agree, man. I think it was solid. I like that. It just felt like a smart offseason, like really smart. Like they didn't try to overdo it in free agency, knowing that it wasn't really a strong class. And it seems like they got their guys, like from the Darian Porters. We didn't really talk about him too much. I know you were big on Dante Thornton. It seemed like they got their guys. A lot of a lot of athletes. I feel like we got more athletic. We got some guys that
we got bigger and meaner too, man. We got bigger and meaner too, for sure. Well, look, it just makes sense. You don't have to squint at the coaching staff. You don't have to squint at the player. You don't have to squint at the quarterback to make him look better than he is. So, and we just talked about it earlier. Solid is good, because last year we had all these things go wrong. I think there's not much more that could go wrong to a team than what happened to us last season. Okay, as far as our defense, the engine to run our defense was our defensive line, and 3/4 of those guys were lost for big chunks of the season. Okay, we lost starting corners, and Ja'Cory Bennett. Hobbs was in and out of the lineup. We lose Epps right away. We lost Diablo for a couple of games. So it's like you're losing all these guys at every level of the defense, and it's like, yeah, man. And with the quarterbacks that we had, and just Getsy and his nonsense and all that going on, we were still in a lot of our games. 4 of the games that we won and 8 other ones that we ended up losing, we were there at the end. So it's just these games are tight in the NFL, and the improvements that we've made make a huge difference. Offensive coordinator, head coach, and quarterback make a huge difference in the fourth quarter, and those are huge upgrades.
Man, hey, look, it's been real. Juan, man, I appreciate you coming through. You stayed longer than expected. Let the people know, man, because I know you got a lot going on, man. Let the people know where they can find you, what to look forward to, all that good stuff.
Yeah, just Raiders versus the World on YouTube. That's probably the easiest way. Also, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I don't do any of that. I should. I don't. I'm just bad at social media. I don't know what it is. I just like to get on, put my camera on, and go. So Raiders versus the World. That's where you can find me. Also, if you like to talk to the other dude, there's Autumn Windbags with RJ as well.
Hey, we love the Autumn Windbags, man. Make sure to check them out. But obviously, Raiders versus the World, man, it's the hottest thing out right now. Definitely check out Juan. He's putting in a lot of work. And it's the social media thing, man. It's just man, it's a lot of work.
I need to hire some 12-year-old or something that does it really well, and just be like, "Yo, can you help me out, dude, please?" This too much. Dude, I have a day job. Okay, I coach at a Muay Thai fight gym at night. I do this like in my spare time, and I got a chick. It's like I don't have no time, dude. So I'm grinding, man. I'm trying.
Man, hey, we see it and we respect it, man. So hopefully we'll have you on here soon. We'll let you go on vacation. You know what I mean? Let you just enjoy these 6 weeks.
Not to get in trouble though.
Yeah, there you go.
No trouble for vacation.
There you go, man. But if you want to check out Juan, man, definitely check him out. Raiders versus Juan, man. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, peace. We back. We are back, man. And we appreciate everybody's patience, man. We had some technical difficulties, but we're able to get through it and make it happen and finish that interview with Juan, man. Salute to him, man. Appreciate him coming through and hey, man, and showing his giving us his point of view of Raiders offseason. Hey, it's all good. Hey, Super Omicron, appreciate you coming through. Yeah, just check out the replay. You'll see that the majority is going to be on part 1 on either my channel or Severe's channel, and then obviously part 2 you're able to see like the ending of it. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back, and we want to end it. We're going to end it on the right note, man, because the technical stuff, man, I hate when that stuff happens, but it is what it is. But let's get into it, man. Hey, we appreciate everybody coming through. Lewis in the building says Night Crew. Really, hey, man, it's literally the Night Crew is in the building, clocking in, man. If you haven't already, make sure to clock in. Hit that
early AM crew on the East Coast right now, man. It's like 3 a.m. on the East Coast right now.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I know. Second take. Facts. We are back, man. But let's just hit up on some quick hitters. Recently, we heard that Damon Arnette he's back in the NFL. Last we heard he was in the UFL, and man, he's been killing. He's been making plays out there, and the NFL scouts, NFL teams have been noticing, and he's gotten an opportunity with the Houston Texans. And I think I was reading something where I'm gonna go with the fact that, because I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh man, Damon, that dude's crazy and yada yada, and he was just. But it seems like he matured. For the Houston Texans to take a chance on him, obviously he went in the first round. He has some talent, but it was the off-field issues that really kind of ended his Raiders career. But that being said, I mean, if we're being real, but then just going back to Damon Arnette, I think he's matured, man. Like, I feel like he's matured a little bit. Like, just hearing what he had to say, he got his kids now, and he's all in and supporting his family and things like that. And at the end of the day, like, how you feel a few years ago is not the same way you feel now. So I'm a big believer in that. Like, I think that this is only natural for people to change over time. Like, you're not gonna feel the same way you did like when you were 18 years old or 25 years old. He's now like approaching his 30s. It's crazy. He was drafted when he was 25. Severe, man, what's your take on Damon Arnette, like, getting back into the NFL?
Yeah, man, I hope he justifies the second chance that he was given. But as you kind of alluded to, it's not like he was like, oh man, I was a young 21-year-old kid. Like, bro, you're already 24. Because it's not like, oh, that was some kid. Like, bro, you're already like a fully grown man, and you're just making like just the dumbest mistakes. Like, I just think back to the time where he was driving under the influence. He got pulled over, and the cops were like, look, man, we're gonna let you off. Just, hey, you know what? Just get a buddy or get somebody to, like, get you home. Like, so you shouldn't be out here driving like this. And then the same cops put him over like 15, 20 minutes later. Like, bro, like, we just let you off, saying like, you know what? We're going to take it easy on you. And then you like slap us in the face by just like being caught driving again. That's not like immaturity, bro. That's just like, that's plain stupidity. At that point, like, dang, like, you would think like, oh, man, I just had a brush with the law. Like, if that would scare you sober, like, oh dang, man, I gotta let me call an Uber or something like that, and you get caught again, it's like, come on, man. And another thing, it's not like the only reason he wasn't in the league is because of his immaturity. It's also because he was buns when he was on the field. He just wasn't no good. So I'm not sure, what the Texans see. The Texans already have two established corners. They have who, in my opinion, is the best corner in the league, in Derek Stingley. Then they have Kamari Lassiter, who for probably the first 5-6 games, many people thought he was on his way to winning, defensive rookie of the year until like Jared Verse really turned up. So they have two established corners already. I don't know how they plan on using Damon Arnette, but if he can, prove that he deserves a second chance with his play on the field and his conduct off the field, like, who am I to say that he shouldn't get it?
Yeah, man. If he's matured, at the end of the day, like, yeah, like you said, like, who are we to say he shouldn't get that opportunity? At the end of the day, but it's crazy because we just our last memory of Damon Arnette was all that craziness, off the field that we were seeing, and he was trying to. He
threatened to off somebody. He threatened to off somebody for talking about how bad he was. It's like,
yeah, but. Look, hey, look, the Texans, man, they're willing to take that chance, man, and we'll see how it goes. Let's move it along, man. Let's actually get back to an earlier conversation this week that we talked about, but during that presser, he was asked, Henry Ruggs, obviously he had, there was a situation where he was let out for a brief time to speak to the media, and it was a certain event that he had. which is cool. Like we get to hear from Henry Ruggs, because we didn't hear from Henry Ruggs during that whole situation, because obviously it was the craziness of that and all that. But he was asked if there was an opportunity that presented itself and the Raiders came calling, would he play for the Raiders? And he was like, yeah, man, like definitely. I wouldn't pass on that, and this, that, and the third. So had us thinking, like, do you think when Henry Ruggs gets released, and a lot of people are saying that he's going to get released as soon as next year, do you think that that's a possibility that he's going to play with the Raiders if he comes back to the NFL?
There's absolutely no chance that he plays for the Raiders. Absolutely. Like, Mark Davis can't, Mark Davis can't pass on Jalen Carter because of the Henry Ruggs situation. And he's like, but you know what? Let's bring back Henry Ruggs. Like, he can't do that, man. Can't do that. It was crazy that, like, under normal circumstances, if this was like a different franchise, like if you got an established coach like Pete Carroll, you got an established defensive coordinator like Patrick Graham, you got, the greatest quarterback of all time, who some people might say is the greatest football player of all time, and Tom Brady. If you got that trifecta going for you, like, hey, you know what? Those are the kind of people that got the kind of cash, the cachet to bring in a guy like Henry Ruggs. Only difference is, like, it can't be for the same team that he was, released from. So, I don't see it happening. Somebody's gonna take a chance on him, I believe. And the fact that he was let out of prison, like not handcuffed at all, like at the speaking engagement, it lets you know that his conduct in prison has been, outstanding, and that he's very likely to get out at the very first moment he's eligible for parole. He will get out, because you don't let guys that aren't going to be paroled like do these kind of speaking engagements as part of a work release program. So obviously, his conduct in prison has proven that he's prepared to handle this kind of event, which, nothing in the past would say that wouldn't be prepared to handle that kind of event. So I see him getting out early. I see him, getting some tryouts around the league. He has guys who are rooting for him from the Alabama team. He also has Coach Nick Saban, who I'm sure, who also went to bat for him during all of this. Derek Carr is not in the league anymore, but Derek Carr is a guy who went to bat for him as well. He's a deeply religious person. Josh Jacobs, obviously, he's one of his best friends is Devontae Smith. Obviously, that guy is a guy that's gonna probably look out for him as well. Then just the Alabama ties, Tua in the league. Like, he has a lot of people in the league that will vouch for who he is as a person, and that's essentially the only thing that would give teams pause about bringing him in is, okay, who was this guy as a person after making this horrible decision, a fatal decision at that. So and if he can prove that he still has some ability, and word is he's been working out every day, training. Now that kind of training you can't simulate NFL
he has no choice
football
to work out.
He's a true ass. I mean, you got a choice. You got a choice, but ain't a lot of other things to do.
Yeah,
but you can't simulate NFL. Like, he's probably hasn't caught a football. It's probably been years since he's actually caught a football or touched like an actual football. It's probably been a long time, because they have footballs in prison or anything like that. So he has to get reacclimated to that, obviously. But just in terms of his athleticism, if that's still there, and as I pointed out before, like, he's only 26 years old. Like, Tyler Shuck, he's only 8 months older than Tyler Shuck, who was just drafted, by the Saints. So in the second round. So, like, he still has some ability there. He still has some time. Even if he enters the league at 27, you can still get 4 or 5 years out of him. So if you're a team that's looking for a deep threat or looking for maybe a gunner on special teams or something like that, like, I can see somebody giving him a chance. But the Raiders, that I don't see that happening at all.
Selfishly, I want him to come back to the Raiders and just just be that great story of just like, you know what, like he said in his when he was like, he's the type of player that wants to finish what he started. And I could appreciate that, but I just don't think that the Raiders are going to do that. I don't think Mark Davis is going to want to have that. He's not going to want to take that risk, especially, you know, the Raiders are still trying to grow their brand in Las Vegas, and they're trying to, and it starts with winning on the football field, but obviously, like, they're also trying to make the right moves in order to have the the city behind them. But it's just that one that'd be tough. That'd be tough if they bring back Henry Ruggs. But I just hope that he doesn't go to like the Chiefs or the Chargers or Denver. Just go like, go to the Eagles. You know what I mean?
Go. Oh man, and the Chiefs. He's exactly the kind of player they would take too, like just dynamic speed like that. Just, oh man, I can see. And Andy Reid has that kind of pull where he can make it happen. Like he can do it. He can make it happen, bro.
I just don't want him to go to none of those teams, man. Just please stay out of the AFC West. Like, man, because that's just I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, but you know. It is what it is, man. If you haven't already, make sure to click in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let's move it along, man. Let's go to Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady, he's kind of been low key, so to speak. Like he hasn't been really like, everybody's kind of like thought that, oh, we're gonna hear all these things about Tom Brady. He's gonna be running the franchise now. Mark Davis is giving him the green light to do whatever he wants to do. That we haven't really heard too much about that. We've heard Spytech. Obviously, he's leading the way at GM, and then you got Pete Carroll here and there. Like we could know. I think Tom Brady's kind of taking that behind the scenes approach. And one of the first things that we've heard like that from a legitimate source is Mike Silver. You know, he comes out and says that in a recent like article, he was talking about Sam Darnold and the process of him finding his team, which obviously ended up being the Seattle Seahawks. Some people kind of viewed the Raiders as like a potential stop just because they're looking for a QB. But Tom Brady wasn't a big fan of that move. He wasn't a big fan of Sam Darnold for whatever reason. So that right there, Tom Brady's kind of coming in and saying like, hey, look, y'all trust me? Sam Darnold ain't the right move. Let's not do that. That's not the right move. What do you think of Tom Brady kind of coming in and like, making that known, like just hearing that report of him saying that he kind of passed on Sam Darnold?
It's interesting. But that's why Mark Davis wanted him in the fold, is to help make these very kind of decisions, right? To ask those questions like, hey, what do you think it is? Like, it is what we saw from Sam Darnold. How much of that is Sam Darnold, or how much of that is Kevin O'Connell? And, it maybe Brady may not be able to evaluate talent and what it looks like going from college to the pros. But in terms of evaluating talent in the professionals, there's very few people out there that's going to be able to do it better than Tom Brady. So if he's saying what he sees from Sam Darnold, like, yo, bro, like he's not it, and he likes what he saw from Geno Smith, and it's ironic because like a lot of the casual people, they don't think highly of Geno Smith, but they like love Sam Darnold because of hey, Sam Darnold won all these games. But the people who really like grind the film, like and analytics people, like those people love Geno Smith. They're like, man, like if you give Geno some protection and some weapons, like Geno Smith is a top 10 quarterback. He's a guy that can, he's like when he's not being pressured within the first like second and a half, he's, he put up elite statistics and yada. So those guys loved him. And apparently like that the numbers bear it out. And, like I said, the people who are film people, it bears them out as well. And obviously Tom Brady, who was very integral in the Raiders choosing who their next quarterback was. They started off with Matthew Stafford, who was Super Bowl champion, and then the next guy they kind of landed on was Geno Smith. Like, I think that speaks volumes about how they feel about Geno Smith and the role he played in bringing Geno Smith over. So when you hear reports or some people out there saying, "Oh, like, there's a quarterback competition," which I've heard before, it's nonsense, man. Geno Smith is the starter, and they not only were they willing to go after Geno Smith, but Geno Smith wasn't a free agent. So they actually had to give up assets to acquire Geno Smith, whereas Sam Darnold, they could have basically just got him just for whatever the contract would have been. So the fact that they were willing to give up that third-round pick and pay him money, like, they must have felt there was a wide margin between what Sam Darnold is as a player and what Geno Smith is as a player.
Yeah, the thing about Sam Darnold, just the Raiders overall, like I said this before, I just feel like they're moving and their decisions they seem pretty smart. Like, I understand what they're trying to do. Like, the fact that they started with Stafford makes 100% sense. Like, best quarterback that can possibly if he's available, Raiders should do their due diligence. He could be the bridge he could be a great bridge to the young QB. Win some games, you know what I mean? And because I think Stafford is a good QB. Then you pivot from that, because obviously Stafford goes back to the Rams, but then you go to Geno, and I'm not saying Geno's the greatest QB in the world, but the last 3 years you have you kind of have seen him the last 3 years. He's kind of been consistently kind of solid. Yeah. Sam Darnold only has 1 year of like, oh, okay, Sam Darnold had a really, like, there's a lot of teams that like Sam Darnold. I'm sure coming out. I mean, it is what it is, but he did go to a Viking situation where it was a great situation for him. Talent everywhere. Yeah. Kevin O'Connell, obviously one of the best play callers in the NFL. It was just too risky for you to give a big time deal after 1 year. Like I said, smart. Geno's available. Geno's a safer bet, just because we've seen the last 3 years he's kind of been solid. And if you put pieces around him, he can continue to be that. He could be what Alex Smith was, later in his career, like kind of like that bridge QB for the Chiefs. If you put talent around him, he can find a way to win games. I like it. I think it's the Raiders kind of, I don't know, the Raiders cautiously optimistic is what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Cautiously optimistic. Right. I don't want to. I'm buying in, but I'm like, at the end of the day, like, I got to see it. I got to see what it looks like on a football field. I got to see it in preseason. I got to see it in the regular season, obviously. But I like the moves, man. I thought it was a pretty good, solid offseason. And Tom Brady, if he's, if he said no on Sam Darnold, I respect it.
Look, but Tom Brady's not the only person that said no on him. Like, the guy that was there coaching him, like, every step of the way. Yeah. Like, he took a look at Sam Darnold and said, you know what, I'd rather take my chances on this rookie coming off an ACL injury than run it back with Sam Darnold. So I think that also speaks volumes as well.
Real quick, man. Hey, we appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you missed it, we had Juan Soto come through and able to give us his take on the Raiders off season. Definitely check that out. Check the replay. But I want to. This is random. But Adrian Peterson is in the news for all the wrong reasons. He got into a fist fight with a poker player following a dispute over a hand. Let me see if I can play this video, but let's see. Let me see if I will. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to click and hit that like button. But yeah, man.
Did
you see this? You seen that video?
I saw the video, man. Hey, look, for as great of a player as Adrian Peterson was, That fool he don't got no hands, bro. He don't got no hands, bro. I was like, dang, you out here getting mixed, bro. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
Man, it's wild, man. Let me see if I can play this video here. Can you see it?
Nah.
All right. All right. I think.
Yeah, hey, remember we had that conversation last week. I'm gonna have to put a LT over Adrian Peterson after this.
Hey, you stupid. Well, you know what though? It's just he's been dealing with it feels like he's been dealing with a lot of issues off the field. Yeah. Like he's been on the news for all the wrong reasons. I think he had like a DUI like recently or last year or something like that. But he's like the greatest running back I've ever seen like in the NFL. I mean, between him and LaDainian Thompson, 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
But here's let me see if I can set this up here. Here's the clip. You see it now?
Yeah.
All right. This is Adrian Peterson at a poker game or whatever he was at, man. Something happened. Someone was cheating.
Getting pieced up, man. Adrian Peterson, you out there getting pieced up.
Damn. It's crazy too, cause Adrian Peterson, he a big dude, man.
He a big dude, and people say like he was like just strong. He said like he used to like just crush people's hands with like they would shake hands. He would like just destroy people's hands, like dang near break bones in their hands and stuff. Like he was just crazy strong. So, but you know, Adrian Peterson, he's been a rich NFL superstar for the entirety of his adult life, damn near. So he ain't had to squabble for a long time, bro. Them skills didn't stay sharp, bro. Whoever that poker player was, his hands are still cool. It's like, yeah, like you can avoid that. You can avoid tacklers. You can't avoid a right hand. That's crazy.
And I'll say this too: whoever that poker player, he got heart. He was not scared at all. He was like, because he knew who Adrian Peterson was.
Yeah.
That's a Hall of Fame running back right there. I mean, is he did he get voted into Hall of Fame?
I don't know if he's in there. I don't know if he's in there. Remember, he just retired. He's just like he just retired not that long ago. I don't think he's.
Okay. He got to get in there. He got to be first ballot.
He's first ballot for sure. Is without a doubt he's first ballot. But yeah, as soon as the eligibility hits, I don't know if he has eligibility hit yet. So I think it's 5? Is it 5 years removed? 3 years removed?
Yeah. But I mean, the last time we seen Adrian Peterson fought, remember it was against Le'Veon Bell, and Le'Veon Bell knocked him out clean. Yeah, he got hands. Like I'm saying, Adrian Peterson ain't got no hands, bro. That's just what it is. Adrian Peterson got no hands, man. Yeah. It is what it is, man. But hey, man, we appreciate everybody coming through. We just wanted to come here, end it right. We had some technical issues earlier, but you know, we pushed through. Definitely check out that interview with Juan Soto. We'll be back next week, 50-50 show, like we always are, every Tuesdays. We appreciate the late night crew coming through. Make sure to clack in at this point. Clack out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Severe, man, let the people know where they can find you, what to look forward to, all that good stuff.
Now you guys know what it is, man. The Severe Raider here on YouTube, IG, Snapchat, TikTok, X, all that good stuff. Holla at your boy, man. Obviously, Tuesdays, Raider War Room, 50-50 show. Thursdays, Around the Shield. Sunday, the Raider War Room, man. I'm trying to fit something else in there, man. I keep saying that. I'm probably just at least try to do some videos or something like that. Just throw something at y'all, man. Maybe start up a membership. Do like maybe do videos, members only videos. But yeah, man, if y'all haven't done so already, hop over to my guy PharoahNFL's channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button over there. Turn those notification bells. Sometimes we hit y'all with the 2-for-1 special on one night, man. You know, you get 2 for the price of 1, man. So that's sometimes. But start with your boy. We are here to hey, keep y'all informed and keep y'all entertained during this long break between mandatory minicamp and training camp, man. So we still gonna be churning out content, still talking Raiders football, man. And ain't nobody out there doing it better.
Yeah, no doubt. And also, hey, Around the Shield is here to stay, man. So we're gonna have people come on and let us know who you would like to have featured on Around the Shield. This is where we bring out other content creators, other people that we can have a conversation with. Let us know in the comment section. Leave a comment of who you would like to have on, or hit us up in the DM on social media, whether on X, IG, all that good stuff. And we'll try our best to get them on. And hopefully we'll be back here next week on Thursday on Around the Shield. But obviously next Tuesday will be 50-50 show. Definitely check that out. Yeah, man. Hey, it's officially it's vacation time, man, when it comes to the NFL right now. So it's not going to be a whole lot. I think possibly, maybe there might be a signing for, let me see, a corner. You know, they had Shaquille Griffin. I think they brought him in.
Yeah.
We'll see if they sign a corner. But that should give you that's kind of a sign that they're trying to bring in somebody to that room. So there might be a signing there. So that might be something that worth talking about if they're able to sign somebody at corner. They already signed linebacker Jermaine Pratt recently, so we'll see if they do that. We'll see if they add another corner or maybe a veteran receiver. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, man. Hey, we'll be back here soon. We appreciate everybody coming through. JR always wanted. Hey,
you want to get this movie stuff.
You always want to get a movie. He hasn't been the same since we started talking about the movies. Hey, we'll make that. We'll try to see if we can like incorporate that, man. Like movies. I seen something. I don't know if you guys are into Marvel like that, but I thought Blade was gonna be canceled. I heard Blade. There was rumors that Blade was gonna get canceled. That was one of the movies that, then just for whatever reason they couldn't figure it out. But I seen something. I haven't looked into it too much, but I seen like where Blade is still on schedule to come out 2028. So I mean, I would love to see Blade. That's obviously Wesley Snipes was the original Blade. I mean, I don't know if you could replace him, but that'd be a nice movie. The topic was dope. I know, man. We're gonna have to figure out a way to make it even better. Cause that was just kind of on the fly. Like we didn't plan that out. We just like, all right, let's.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
It's this guy Pharaoh. He's just a Michael B. Jordan hater, right? That's what it is, right?
Hey, I gave him props though. The last movie was cool. Sinners is good. I like it. Sinners is good.
Okay, so now I see nice. First you said it was cool. Then now you say it's good.
It's cool. I mean, I'm probably not gonna. I'm not gonna watch it again.
It wasn't good then. You ain't like, all right.
I just can't watch. I don't know. Can you watch movies again? There's only certain movies. There's certain movies like they're great. This is a great movie. You know what I mean? But
I'll watch them again if it's the catch stuff. Like I watched Tenet like 2 or 3 times just to catch stuff I didn't catch before.
See, man, I still gotta watch Tenet because you're vouching for it, so I'm gonna watch it again. But I remember when I first seen it, I was just disgusted. I was like, ugh, waste of time, But that's a whole.
It's Christopher Nolan, man. Like Christopher Nolan don't miss. Christopher Nolan
don't miss. I think that might have been a miss though. I thought that was the first time where I was like, damn, bro. Like I liked.
And think about it. He had been developing that movie for like 12 years, bro. Like 12 years. So that's how long much time he put into it. That's clean. I like that. So yeah, that movie's clean, man. Like, yo, watch that video I sent you. Watch that video I sent you, then watch the movie.
Yeah. No, we'll do it. And you know what we'll do is like we'll just randomly have like a movie to check out. Just go ahead and just check out this movie. We'll figure something out, man, because that I think a lot of people like that, especially during the off season, man. It's hey, we're not gonna force conversations about the Raiders, so we'll try to see if we can throw a little segment. You know what I mean? Like definitely check out this movie, and then we'll give our takes on what we thought, how the movie was, and we'll see how that goes, man. But hey, like I said, man, we appreciate everybody coming through on the way out. Just clock out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Severe, any last thoughts before we head out?
Nah, man, just make sure you tap in, turn those notification bells, man. You never know when we be coming at you guys with some new content. Maybe some movie stuff, man. Maybe some maybe some music stuff. Pharaoh likes music.
Hey,
I like music, man.
Yeah. Music, movies. Like we'll figure something out, man. But we'll see y'all next week, man. Peace.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.